Look at this. How did it come to this? How did I let it get this far? This has got to be dealt with before house lord takes notice. Anyways, so before we begin, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, or comment below. It would mean a lot to me as I just started this channel. Any feedback is welcome, even if you want to talk shit or troll. Let's go ahead and cover the items that we're going to need for this. A hard scrub brush, a bucket or a hose if you have it, and a broom. I probably should have said this first, but before I forget, I think the most important thing to talk about before we begin cleaning is mentality. Obviously, if you can get into it, it's easier to do. You know what I mean? If you live out that enthusiasm. What helps me get into the zone is the apron. Now, not everyone has a house pitch apron, and if you don't, you should work on getting one, because part of, getting into it is gearing up. And once you've geared up and gotten ready, house pitch is in effect. Right, this one's going to be kind of difficult since I can't see myself, but I assume that you can see me. So, obviously the first step is clearing the area. That should be common sense, right? Alright, step one complete. Now, step two is filling up the buckets of water, which, well, technically step two should be sweeping that, but I mean, I already said step two was going to be the water, so we're going to fill up the buckets of water. I had mentioned earlier that if you have a hose, that's ideal, because then you have pressure behind the hose, and you take care of that business much faster, more efficiently. But we are a poor people, so we'll be using a bucket. While this guy's filling up, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all about why we clean with hot water over cold water. That's because hot water has more kinetic energy in it. Now, for you science buffs out there, you know what that means, but for you, smooth brains like me, I'm going to explain it. That just means that the hot water has more space in between the molecules for dissolved solvents to collect. I really hope that made sense, because I just read that information, I'm still processing it. Maybe you can explain it to me in the comments. The plan of action here. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. If I were a half-assed house bitch, I'd just be washing the stairs. But because I'm the best goddamn house bitch, I'm doing not just the stairs, I'm getting the wall that goes with it, and the railing. You know what I mean? You want to show pride in your home. And it starts with the walkway, believe it or not. People want to know what they're walking into as they walk into it.
Are you forgetting something? You're going to pick up that mat, or are you just going to leave it there?
As you can see, the hot water is clearly loosening the dirt. Hopefully y'all can hear me through this goddamn wind.